Oh, get that seatbelt in, sit back into the luxurious naugahyde of this rental car, and head down that long, lonesome highway in the direction of fabled Roswell, New Mexico. In case you're wondering why it sounds like I'm in a car, it's because we are in a car. You're listening to Skeptical Sunday Road Trip to Roswell as we go deep into the heart of New Mexico in search of the prime target of alien visitation on the 60th anniversary of the supposed crash of an alien craft at this dusty New Mexico town.
Well, Seth, the UFO Museum may be the major attraction in Roswell today, but Bryan Temmer has plans actually to build something more elaborate here in this town, an alien theme park. And Seth, I know that you spoke with Bryan, the founder and the president of the Alien Apex Resort, about what sort of unearthly experiences we might have if we paid a visit to this planned attraction.
So, well, tell me some of the things that are going to be in this. I understand that you're planning to have a high-tech roller coaster, indoor roller coaster. What will that do for me?
Yes, absolutely. Well, this roller coaster is going to be an alien abduction roller coaster. So you will start out on Earth, and you'll be exploring some of the areas that people seem to get abducted from, at least the stories of people getting abducted from these places in the Middle West in a very remote area. And all of a sudden, you will see some bright lights and quickly be transported with state-of-the-art magnetic roller coaster technology that will abruptly launch you into an alien spacecraft. And before you know it, you will be leaving Earth orbit and heading out into deep space.
Boy, that sounds like a better ride than Richard Dreyfuss had in Close Encounters.
Yes, it is. It's going to be very exciting.
You know, Roswell's a pretty small town. Are there enough tourists there to make a theme park like this attractive, so to speak?
Well, I believe that there is. People asked the same thing when Walt Disney was thinking about building a theme park in Florida, in the middle of an orange grove, not on the coastlines of Florida, but in the central portion of Florida. They thought the same thing. It was like, well, Disney, you did a great job in California, but how can you pull this off in such a remote area? And he did, and I strongly believe that I will be able to pull this off. I think that the name recognition of Roswell and the current visitors that they have from all over the world that come to the UFO Museum, and just the general interest in the Roswell incident and aliens will bring the people to the city and enjoy the theme park.
How do the city fathers, and I guess the city mothers, feel about this, Bryan? I mean, you know, an alien theme park right there in town somewhere.
Well, so far the feedback that I've received has been very favorable. People, of course, understand that no matter how much they try, the Roswell incident is not going away. People still have a fascination with it. Of course, there are those that believe nothing happened and it was just a weather balloon, and then there are those that still believe that there was some type of government conspiracy and cover-up. And personally, I'm okay with both beliefs. That's fine with me. I think everyone, though, agrees on the simple fact that it's okay to celebrate something. It's okay to have fun. And it's also okay to explore this from both a historical standpoint and also a scientific one. And that's why I think this theme park will appeal to almost everyone.
Maybe you could tell us a little bit more about what you have in mind there.
Yeah, absolutely, because I obviously don't want to exclude anybody. There are going to be hardcore believers that are going to walk through the gates, and there are going to be skeptics that certainly believe nothing at all happened and this is all a bit of bunk, so to speak. So I certainly want to make, for those skeptics, this a scientific opportunity where they could say, okay, well, maybe nothing did happen in 1947 in Roswell, but certainly if you look at the vast amount of stars just in our galaxy alone, I think that the distribution of life in this galaxy is tremendous. And I think that the possibility of us finding it, even if you don't believe in the Roswell incident and that aliens have never come to this planet, certainly if you look at the evidence of these planets, you're going to find out that life has to be out there, that the universe is teeming with it. And it's just interesting to explore that.
So you're going to have a little bit of astrobiology, maybe even SETI, as part of the exhibit. I mean, it sounds like a part of a science museum in there.
Absolutely. Seth, your organization is certainly welcome there, and we can talk in the future if that sounds like something you'd like to do. But absolutely, not only just that, but also studying the extremophiles, the organisms that live on planet Earth in the depths of the oceans near these underwater volcanic vents. There'll be study about that and how possibly life outside of this Earth may be similar to those types of lives that we find living in the deepest oceans.
Has the city put its money where its mouth is, so to speak? Has it put up any of its own money to get this project off the ground?
Yeah, absolutely. The state legislature of New Mexico was approached several months ago by the city planner, and asked to introduce a bill to ask for initial funding for the master planning and business plan of the theme park. And that funding was recently approved by the state, and that funding is going to be given to the city so that they can then put together a request for proposal, an RFP, to themed entertainment associations that work in developing theme parks. And once that's completed, then we will go out and take that master plan and seek investment capital.
We'll be right back with Seth's conversation with Bryan Temmer in a moment.